Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Context Machine. This is episode 632. I'm Bryan Chaffin.
And I'm Jeff Gamet. Hey, for those of you that haven't caught up yet, we have a website, contextmachine.io. Go check it out.
You can use it, contextmachine.io, to reach out to us. You can find us on, so my guidelines say on Post and Mastodon at Context Machine, where we are. Mm-hmm. But the reality is that I am mostly posting on Threads at Geek Tells. I'm on Blue Sky too, but I'm mostly posting on Threads.
And I'm mostly posting on Mastodon.
Right.
That's Jay Gamet.
Right. But you can use any of these sources to reach out to us, tell us what idiots we are, that sort of thing, as you do, as one does.
Just keeping us honest.
Yeah. So who's the sponsor this week, Jeff? We still have guidelines to go through.
Oh, right. Yeah. Hey, that would be LinkedIn Jobs.
Excellent. We're going to tell you more about them later in the show. So obviously this week, got to talk about the Apple Watch and iPhone 15 Pro. Is that what it is? It's the 15 Pro?
It's the 15 Pro and Apple Watch 9.
Yes, except for I got the Ultra 2, which is
that's right.
Apple Watch 9 in Ultra form.
Right. Yes, it's the one that has ascended to its higher form.
I don't know if it's higher. I don't know. All right.
To its chunkier form?
Yes, definitely chunkier. And I personally like that chunky. That chunkiness is quite nice. Although I got a square. What the heck? Oh, that's so interesting.
Are you finding new little flashy cool things on your watch?
Well, no,
as we speak.
I just found a quirk of the interface. So I'm using the what is it called? Ultra Mod. What's it called?
The Ultra Mod.
The not like as in Who and Kings fans.
Oh, okay.
Modular Ultra.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
This is the face that has a compass, because I need that.
Well, I mean, yeah, because you do live in the urban jungle.
Yes, exactly. And so it for what it's worth, it has less space for widgets than the infograph face, because I think it's one less, because the infograph face has one in each corner, but then also has the four widgets in the middle.
Right, yeah.
Total of 8. The Modular Ultra has 6 widgets at the top and bottom that are like the ones that are on the center of the infograph. And it doesn't have any of the sort of text-only widgets that go in the corners of the infograph.
Okay.
So that does essentially make for the 2 less. But for me, for what it's worth, to me, one of the infograph widgets I was using was the access to the stopwatch, because I seriously use that daily. But so I changed my action button to be access to the stopwatch. So that was cool with me. And what is the other one I'm missing?
The
the heart. I don't have direct access to my heart rate monitor.
Okay.
But since that didn't display any information, I it doesn't bother me. I haven't missed it. I haven't missed it so much that I couldn't remember what it was that I was missing. Okay, so the other interesting thing that I was noticing is that it has a sort of strip around the outer edge of the face, and it defaults to, I think it's like a height thing, because this is aimed at people who are outdoorsy like me.
Right.
It also has a depth monitor and a couple other things, but I chose it to do seconds, so the seconds sort of go off in ticks around the edge. But
okay.
So what I noticed, though, is that it looked like there was this sort of weird square in the top left because of both the fact that the seconds hadn't gotten there at that particular moment, and then also because half of my activity rings were simply not being done yet. So anyway, I that probably doesn't make any sense, and it's super esoteric, but it was kind of a weird quirk that caught me off balance. But the important thing is that I know which way I'm facing.
Oh, right. I mean, that's really important. And you don't have the luxury of having a massive wall of mountains always to your west to use as a guide.
Except that I do, so
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's the LOL mountains, not real mountains, but still.
Yeah, but it's a chunk of ground that's higher than the surrounding area and is visible, so you can tell what direction you're facing because you have a compass on your Apple Watch.
Right, exactly. All right, so some practical observations about this thing. It is very big. I personally like that. Some people wouldn't. In addition to that, I find so it has an extra little wall on the top of the crown and a wall that holds the Apple Pay button. Okay, so
your crown is not fully exposed like it is on the other Apple Watch models.
Right. It's fully exposed so that you're not going to like knock it off when you're doing outdoorsy stuff, I'm guessing.
That makes sense.
Okay. The thing is, though, that you do have to be more precise to hit the crown, because I've often found myself pressing on the wall, which doesn't do anything.
No, but having to be more precise with the crown on this watch, I mean, it does make sense.
It's a trade-off is all.
Yeah, it's a trade-off. And in addition to not having to worry about potentially knocking that crown off, which that would suck. With a lot of the outdoor gear people wear, it would be easy to accidentally press that crown just with your clothes.
Oh, that's a really good point. I have found that I am accidentally pressing my crown less with this thing. From especially like I'll be walking my dog and I will be holding his leash and he will be pulling and apparently my wrist goes up and hits the crown. That used to happen all the time. Doesn't seem to happen anymore.
But not now.
Yeah, and I hadn't noticed that until we discussed it. Now, here's the biggest thing about this watch. The battery life is insane. So I went 3 days without charging. 3 days from morning until night. So that's not 72 hours.
Okay, so you charged your watch on. You started with a full charge on your watch on the first day.
Yes. Well, and really halfway through the night. But go ahead.
Okay. And do you sleep with your watch on?
Yes. If it's charged or after it charges, because I do wake up a lot.
Okay. So
folks, are you taking notes?
You basically...
Are you taking notes on my
Yeah.
weirdness and my sleeping patterns and my weirdest eccentricities? Because there will be a quiz.
Yeah, I'm adding this to my flowchart. So you had your watch on over the course of 3 days,
Yes.
and during those 3 days, you did not have to charge your watch.
Right. And there was still a few percentage points of battery when I put it on the charger the third night.
Okay. That's pretty impressive.
Okay.
Now, were you doing other things with the watch? I mean, we've established that you need the stopwatch all the time because, and I'm assuming it's because got to have your coffee just right.
Yeah.
And
yes, that is correct.
And occasionally you look at the compass because you have no idea what direction you're facing.
Oh, I don't ever use it, but it's cool. It's there.
Oh, okay. Okay. So then, are you doing other things? Like, are you tracking walks?
Yeah, there were a couple of walks in there. I'm not super active, so I mean, like, I will be the first to admit that I don't need this watch, but it's cool. So I'm not going to put this watch to its paces. I'm not capable. I don't live a lifestyle that will truly allow me to put this watch through its paces. And furthermore, I will also add that right out of the box, I have always had substantially better battery power on all my Apple Watches than they'll have even like a couple months later. So I don't think I'd be able to go 3 days 2 months from now.
Okay. It would be interesting to hear when you've reached the point where that's actually true.
Yeah.
Is it possible with this watch you could go longer before you have to start charging more frequently?
Yeah, I will probably actually just go ahead and charge it on a nightly basis, frankly. But like, you know, if I was a psychopath like John Keat, and I turned off all the radios and all the things that make it cool, I probably could go 4 or 5 days. Which, by the way, that is something that John
I'm still laughing at the way you described this. This special neuroses.
Well, he chooses not to have the radios blasting away on his arm. So, you know, whatever.
And yeah, okay. Well, that's a personal choice, and we all use our technology in the way that suits us best.
Well, why not have a mechanical watch?
That's just crazy talk.
Okay, all right. Yeah, fair enough. So anyway, the point is that I could definitely go 2 days, and I think I could probably go 2 days for a very long time, like maybe a year from now. Because so my last watch, which was an Apple Watch 7, was what I was replacing. It was to the point where I could barely make it through a day after 2 years.
Okay.
So, and there were some times when I couldn't even make it a day, which really stank. Which is why I got this. This is the only reason I got a new watch in the first place, was because my battery was not playing nice. But anyway, the point is that I don't know how people that are active. I don't know, like someone like you who is very active and often on the run and often on the go. I don't know how long it would last for you, but I bet you could go 2 days with it.
I bet I could go 2 days around town with it. I bet if I took it on a hike, I'd still get just a day off of it.
I don't know. You could well be right. You're probably right.
And I'm basing that on my experience using a regular Apple Watch on hikes, and a regular Apple Watch that doesn't have a battery that's already had its butt kicked. You know, so a new watch. and I can go on like a 6 mile hike and have it tracking the whole hike. And I'm in the mountains, and I'm in areas that that often do not have any sort of cell coverage. Not that it would matter for the watch, because I don't have a cellular Apple Watch, but I am quite often lucky to be able to go from a fully charged Apple Watch or better than 95% charge Apple Watch to a watch that isn't giving me an alert like, hey, you have a low battery over the course of a hike like that.
I see. Okay, well, I don't have any first-hand knowledge to counter that.
But I would love to get a hold of one of these and try doing a hike like that.
There's an Apple store for that.
Yeah, but I don't. Okay, here's my problem, Brian. You know me. I'm just so fickle about stuff like this. And I'm not a fan of wearing watches, even though I've been wearing one consistently since the Apple Watch came out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Talk to the end, but go ahead.
And I don't want a big watch on my wrist. I have consistently bought the smallest size Apple Watch available, and I would not wear an Apple Watch Ultra every day. I would not enjoy that at all, but I could see using it for outdoor activities, backcountry hikes, stuff like that. Okay. I can't justify buying two watches. And I also have another problem, which is some of the things that I would want the watch to do when I'm in the backcountry, I wouldn't be able to do all the time. So like out on a hike, I want to know what my heart rate is.
Yeah, sure.
And I can do that as long as I don't need to cover my arm. Mm-hmm. So if I go on a snowshoe hike in the middle of winter, I want to be able to see the watch. So that means I have to wear it on the outside of my coat and gloves. Not a big deal.
Which is not.
But then I can't do the other parts that I would want to do with the watch.
I get that. So I guess the lesson here is to be a slugabug like me.
It would certainly make my technology choices a lot easier.
All right. So some additional observations. I am wearing this with my black Milanese loop. My old black Milanese loop. And it looks great. I even got an unsolicited comment from someone I didn't know about how good my strap looked with my watch.
Wow. Okay. That's cool.
Yeah. And, because the Apple doesn't, you can't order the Ultra 2 with the Milanese loop.
No, aren't you limited to the 3 band options that they advertise specifically as Ultra bands?
Yes. And I obviously got one, and I did not want to wear that. And so I was like, well, I'll put my Milanese loop on, and it's frankly great. Secondly, this watch is big. And again, I don't mind that. It has a completely flat surface. And the bezel is in fact a bezel that essentially is like a fraction of a millimeter higher than the screen for protection.
Okay. And
so it definitely feels a little different to use it. And I don't know if this is just maybe is on Watch. What are you on? What is WatchOS?
10.
10. Great. Yes. Okay. So I don't know if with WatchOS 10, if everybody is doing having to do this, or if this is just this watch. But rather than to access the control panels, you have to push the Apple Pay button.
Yeah, that's a WatchOS 10 thing.
Okay.
The swipe up from the bottom of the screen That's now the widgets view.
Right, that it is. So that does make sense that it's all devices. But anyway, the point is that it feels very different to swipe on this watch, and I'm fine with that. And I really like this watch.
All right, that's very cool. I would love if we talked about your watch again in a couple months.
Yeah, we'll do a check.
And because I'm curious what will have changed.
Fair enough. All right, let's talk a bit about LinkedIn Jobs because they're sponsoring us.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Yes.
Yeah. So LinkedIn Jobs is basically a way for you to hire people. And if you're on the user side, it's a way for you to find a job. And as we all know, this hiring market remains very tight, and it has been tight for a while. And that's, you need to have all of the tools at your disposal that you can to try to find the best people. And for instance, LinkedIn Jobs offers very simple tools like screening questions that make it easy to focus on candidates with just the right skills and experiences so you can quickly prioritize who you'd like to interview and hire. They also have the purple hashtag hiring frame that you can add to your LinkedIn profile that essentially spreads the word that you're hiring. So anyone who sees your profile is going to see that hiring frame and know, they're hiring. I'm looking for a job. So it's a good thing, right? And it's why small businesses rate LinkedIn Jobs number one in delivering quality hires versus leading competitors. And as always, my very favorite thing to do with the LinkedIn Jobs tools is to use their dashboard, because the dashboard puts at your fingertips your candidates, your job listings. It has everything that you need to be able to sort of quickly ascertain what's going on and what you need to do next, and who you need to contact and things like that. So it's a fantastic tool, and I heartily recommend it. So LinkedIn Jobs helps you find the qualified candidates you want to talk to faster. You can post your job for free.
Ooh.
Yeah. At linkedin.com/ACM. That's linkedin.com/ACM to post your job for free, and terms and conditions apply.
Wow. Hey, thank you, LinkedIn Jobs, for being our sponsor.
Yes, we very much appreciate that. So did you get a new iPhone?
I did not. And all right, so here's what it came down to. I really wanted to see colors first, and then by the time
that means
colors of phones.
You mean you wanted to physically see them?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to physically see them. Yeah. And so they hit stores, and by the time the phones were in the stores, they were already backlogged for weeks.
Sure.
So
why do you need colors? You're going to put a case on it, aren't you? I mean,
but I put a clear case on so I can see the color.
Oh, you're such a weirdo, man.
Hey, at least I put a case on my phone.
That's a fair point. So go ahead.
And I leave the radios on. I'm crazy like that.
That would be really weird to turn all your radios off on your phone.
You know, if I were a horrible person, which I'm not, but if I were a horrible person, hypothetically, I would point out the fact that when you turn off all the radios, they don't all turn off because the Bluetooth radio stays on, so that when you change settings on one device, that they can change on the other device, like going in and out of airplane mode.
Right.
Yeah. So turning off all the radios isn't actually turning off all the radios.
Well, since no one would conceivably do that. Anyway, go ahead. talk
Right.
about.
And since I'm not a horrible person, I wouldn't point that out.
Okay, well that's fair.
Yeah. Anyhow, but by the time that that the phones were in the local Apple store, they're already backlogged weeks. So I thought, all right, I don't need to rush into this. I'll wait till inventory kind of stabilizes, and then I can get one.
And you're still waiting?
Oh yeah, I'll be waiting for probably late October before I can get my hands on one.
Huh.
Which is okay. I'm not going to freak out about it.
All right. Well, so I guess that means that it's up to me to talk about this thing.
Right. So I'm just going to go make some lunch, and I'll check back in a few minutes.
You better be quick. All right. So
yeah.
The first thing is a sort of like, I want to address the technicality. We had a friend whose name I shall not tell you is John Keat, who had the back of his had a gap between the titanium and the glass.
Yeah, he's not the only one. So the titanium was sitting higher than the glass, and so it made for this really sharp edge.
Yeah, which is terrible. But it turned out.
Do we know which color phone John ordered?
No, we don't. I would assume black, but
I actually want to know, and apparently I'm too lazy to just ask him right now myself. But I want to know because I've been asking everyone I know that got a 15 Pro or Pro Max about the back of their phone, and none of the people that I have asked have had that problem, which is not to say it's not a real problem. It just means that I haven't encountered other people and that have the problem outside of John. Each person has a different color phone. And so what I was wondering was, is it possible that this issue is limited to a specific phone color?
Well, I personally think that it was simply a bad batch, which may mean that it's one color, but I don't think that it's going to be all of that color.
I agree with you completely. Yeah, this is, from everything that I can tell, clearly just a manufacturing assembly issue that was limited to a subset of phones produced.
Right. So anyway, I can tell you that mine at the very least was there is no gap, and it was frankly, it's perfect. So
awesome.
So I don't know how widespread. I don't think that this issue is widespread. I really do think this is a batch, and hopefully Apple will replace these for everybody affected. Relatively
I
soon.
would hope so too.
Yeah. All right. So the other thing is that there are two reasons why I got this phone, because I had a 14 Pro. 3 reasons.
And a maniacal devotion to the Pope. I'll come in again.
3 reasons. 1, I needed to give my 14 Pro to my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, so time for me to get a new phone.
Because you're a good dad.
I try. And 2, it's having more Siri stuff handled on the phone. Mm-hmm. Instead of sent to Apple to be processed. Not that I'm really worried about that, but that definitely makes me feel good about using Apple devices. And I like that the 15 Pro has taken steps to do this thing that is so important. But that's not anything that I notice. I know that it's there. I know that this device is doing that, but it's not anything I notice. Right?
Okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the other thing is the camera. The camera on it's really good, and it does a lot of really good things, and I haven't tested that out yet.
I laugh only because this is a standard operating procedure for how we prepare for shows.
Well, I got so much stuff to do with my book, man. It's like there are so many hoops to jump through when you're self-publishing. Oh, you know what I did this week?
Oh, what?
I commissioned. He hasn't accepted yet, but I've asked my cover designer to make me some custom chapter ornaments. You know, the little tiny flourishes that go after the chapter 1 flourish, right? Because I need that. Clearly.
No, I think that's really cool.
And some custom scene separators. And I told him to make it match the cover. So good luck, sir.
Well, at least they have clear guidelines to work with.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, that's good. Above and beyond my neuroses, this led me to back to the phone. This led me to one serious observation, and that serious observation is that other than this thing that I know is happening but don't notice is happening, and the brilliant camera that I haven't tested yet, I don't really think about the fact that I have a new phone. The processor may be faster, but the processor on the 14 Pro is blindingly fast as it is. The graphics processing may be awesome, but 14 Pro is awesome too. So my point is that if you're using a 14 Pro or maybe even a 14 and you're on the fence about upgrading, do not upgrade because this phone is bigger, better. Like I think that the only real reasons to upgrade to a 15 Pro from a 14 Pro and maybe even a 13 Pro is the increase in camera quality. And that means you're either an enthusiast or maybe even a professional. Mm-hmm. And I think that everyone else can just chill out and relax.
All right. So for someone like me, who's still rocking a 12 Pro, this would be a significant upgrade for me.
Yeah, it would probably be a significant upgrade for you. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it would take me from the notch to the island.
Yes.
It would give me cameras that are significantly better than what are in the 12 Pro, which is saying something because the cameras in this phone are really good.
Yeah.
You
get the new screen.
Oh, yep. Get the new screen,
which I forget what it's called. I was hoping you were going to step in and tell us what it was called.
Yeah, it's the new screen.
What is it?
The always on display.
Well, there's that, and the it's got a new name. I think it's higher quality.
Well, if only we had planned ahead.
Yes,
to discuss that.
Yes. I'm frantically clicking.
And it's funny. I'm scrolling through the iPhone 15 Pro page right now while everyone that's listening is yelling at whatever device they're listening on, telling us exactly what it's called.
That's true. Yeah, folks, if you know,
what
tell us.
The Proformance display, something like that.
Display. Okay, I'm not finding it. Anyway, the point is it's a new display, and I think it's the same display that was on the 15 Pro.
This is the 15 Pro that you have. So yes, it would definitely be the same display.
It's the same display as it was on the 14 Pro.
Oh. Fascinating.
I'm so ridiculous, man. Yeah. So, if you're maybe 13 and before, you're going to want to upgrade, and maybe, but not from 4. Like unless you just can upgrade, I don't really think you need to.
Super Retina XDR display.
Yes, Super Retina XDR. I'm going to go back in and edit that so that I say it.
This totally checks out.
Right. So okay. The reality is that iPhones today, the iPhone Pro, is so astounding that it's not like the first few phones, the first few iPhones, you could feel the speed difference.
Mm-hmm.
And they would radically decrease in size or radically increase in screen size. And we're not at that point anymore. We're at the point where the camera is going to continually get better, and it's going to continue to get faster, and we're going to continue to get more neural engine features. And Siri is going to be getting better. And I don't think it makes a lot of sense for most people to upgrade every year. And it used to be a thing.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I mean, look at me. I'm sitting here rocking a 12 Pro still because going to the 13 didn't make sense. And then the 14 came out and I thought, I should get that. Then I thought, well, my 12 Pro is still good enough that I don't feel like I'm really sacrificing anything that I need day to day. So let's wait for the 15, which is not something I could have ever even thought about years ago.
Yeah, we're growing up. I'm not going to get hasty. If I hadn't needed to give my 14 Pro to my daughter, I would not have upgraded.
Yeah, but luckily you have a daughter, so you had a great excuse for upgrading.
Yes, that actually checks out. All right, I think that you're running out of time.
Well, this is the life of a busy
outdoorsy
person.
Guy.
A busy outdoorsy guy. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So anyway, that's this week's show. If you have anything to comment on, add, or question, you can write us at contextmachinepodcast@gmail.com. Our bandwidth is provided by CashFly. The bass is by Dr. Boom, recorded just for this show. And Jeff, that's all this week. That's all for this week. I'm not even going to give you a chance.
No, you set that up and knocked it out of the park all by yourself.
Yeah.